From Rotterdam to anywhere, Liverpool in Rome. Chris Sutton may be full of the gear, because what is he on about here? Because he is saying that Celtic are going to qualify from their group. Well, to be fair to Chris Sutton, let's just take the afterburners off. He is saying can. He's not saying will. There is a big difference, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. I tend to disagree with that here. For me, if it was Ange last season, if it was like Ange still in charge of the Celtic team, playing exciting football, and therefore you've still got the likes of, Greg Taylor being able to capitalise on playing much better under Ange than I feel like he ever will under Rodgers. I think Celtic have a realistic opportunity, even though Celtic have been abysmal in Europe for a good 10 years, and, rivalry bias aside, they have been. No Celtic fan can really defend their European record over the past decade. It's been unforgivable, really, to be honest, but, some people are obsessed and will just say, oh, your club died in 2012. So, completely saying that completely undoes how shit Celtic have been in Europe. But tell you what, not got Celtic been domestically fucking phenomenal for Celtic. But in Europe, I think they've got to trade. I think they've got to accept that they've been pretty poor. But Chris Sutton has come out and said that he believes Celtic can qualify from the group, and he's pretty adamant they can, despite injuries and an underwhelming transfer window, which I tend to agree with. He says, and I quote, "Of course, there is issues in this Celtic squad. Brendan Rodgers would have wanted his best squad to give him a better chance, and Cameron Carter-Vickers, Lila Bada and Mike Naroki are huge losses. They can't moan about it or go in fearing the worst, though. Those are the kind of weaknesses that will be exposed at this level. It might sound strange on the back of an underwhelming transfer window and the injury problems, but I believe Celtic can make an impact. I genuinely think they can get out of this group." Look, no one is saying this is some kind of gentle section. That would be daft. Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Feyenoord are all top sides who have the ability to hurt any team on their day. Celtic will have their work cut out in all of the games, but it could have been so much worse. Are any of these sides going to win the Champions League? I doubt it. It's not like Celtic have pulled Man City, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid at the top two pots and left with a scramble for third, the best they can aim for. No, they should be thinking about the top two spots are up for grabs. And you know what? I kind of agree with Sutton. When you're going into the Champions League now as a top four team, what can you genuinely expect? The groups are not going to be easy. They're not going to be easy. It is that simple. They're just not going to be easy. I mean, you look at Arsenal's group, Sofia, Arsenal, PSV, and Lens. That's probably one of the groups that's leaning towards one of the easier ones. But again, it's four teams that are very good. PSV, Rangers, we all know about them. They're a good team. I'm not going to pretend they're fucking world beaters because we lost 5-1. But they're a good team. Lens are a good team as well. Of course, I know the French league gets downplayed, but they finished runners-up to PSG and weren't far off them. Bit of an unknown quantity, I'll accept, but a decent team nonetheless. Then you've got Sofia and Arsenal, who I think they are just levels above the rest, especially, I would say Arsenal, but Sofia, I'm not telling away anything for Sofia, another quality team. I think Arsenal are easily, top three in England. I think Liverpool in off-season this last season. I think this season it'll be Arsenal and Liverpool competing for the top two when it comes to that. But if you look at this group, Celtic, could they've got an easier group? I can't really recall all the groups, but it's a favourable group. I think every team is beatable in this group for Celtic's point of view, and I can see why Sutton is filled with confidence. And, the second half against Dundee was better, but I think Celtic are going to get scud at home and away. And from a Rangers perspective, I'm not really going to mind that. I'm all for protecting the coefficient, so it means whoever wins the league gets into a higher spot, and second place gets Champions League football as an option potentially, and helping the other teams out. But if Rangers aren't going to win the league, then what the fuck's the coefficient doing for me? Rangers should be getting there, but no, Rangers got the coefficient to where it was, and now I'm just sick of Rangers being pish and losing the league to Celtic 2 in a row here. So you know what? Fuck the coefficient, big man. It's all about Celtic getting pumped 6, 6s, 7s and whatever. But you know what? I think Celtic will scrape a couple of draws. I don't think they'll go. Let me put it this way: they're not going to do what Rangers did, because that was fucking embarrassing, and there's no excuse for that. So until next time, as I eat some randoms on this Sunday, peace.